playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, you know, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. To throw is Fields.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And they'll send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Let's take it inside his own 40. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing on 1st down. Bates.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. A handoff to Barkley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Off play action. Bates. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul. Roughing the tackle. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
The extra point by Ryland up and good.
And the lead is now 10-3. A drive there of just 4 plays.
This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Buenos Aires offense back out now. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now Fields.
And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this across the 20 before going out.
Ryan Dable reaching for that challenge flag, and he's going to have the officials review this call. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. A 40-yard punt, giving 3 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Bates. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
They always say the real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Buenos Aires about set for another try on offense.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down.
So able to break through the initial contact and then down right near the 25.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Fields.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's Rhodes. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Up the middle they go. Rhodes. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, Fields.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Here's Fields.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Fields. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 5.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Throwing to start the drive. Bates. Samuel bringing in the slant. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Bates.
That's to the veteran tight end, Austin Hooper.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Bates. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Bates. And he will find his man on the outside. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting 1st downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Fields.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the 1st half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles, really in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Not to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Yeah, he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Now it's Fields.
Got his man. It's Williams. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on 4th.
They snap it to Fields.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play? Or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Throwing to start the drive. Bates.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Bates.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Just shy of the 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
To throw on 2nd down, Bates. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
He's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
Looking to throw. Bates.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Back to throw. Bates working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Bates. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be second and a couple.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
Back to throw. Bates. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. When you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Robbie Chosen
From 3 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Buenos Aires about set for another try on offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
On 2nd down, here's Fields. Able to locate his man Slayton on an out route.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
3rd and 2, Fields. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Throwing again is Fields.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Fields now to throw.
He finds his man, complete. It's Rhodes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here's Fields. That ball caught by Slayton. And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will close the gap down to 14. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working, but they run it more effectively. They make it even bigger plays in the passing game.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Bates. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Back to throw. Bates. That's caught by Chosen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bates. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Desperados continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
On first down, it's Fields.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Dexter Lawrence, his 2nd sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And the pressure gets to him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
They bring their punter out there now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st and 10, Bates. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. Bates. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. And they'll run for it with Barkley.
Pretty well moved. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
How about them biting up 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Bates to the left side and taken in by Chosen. Touchdown! Robbie Chosen. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Desperados are able to widen their advantage. The partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Well, the Buenos Aires offense back out now. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Back to throw, Fields. Going right side, he finds Slayton.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Fields.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! From 19 yards away.
And the Aviators get a bit closer. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bullying his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Rio offense set to take over. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Thomas will come in motion right.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Going quickly here to Thomas. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. To throw on 2nd down. Bates, he gets it to Thomas. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw.
That's into the hands of Chosen.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
2nd down and 3. In motion right, Debo.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
87 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 1st down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Off the play fake. Bates.
That ball caught. It's Chosen.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Deebo Samuel from 6 yards away. And the Desperados get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Buenos Aires about set for another try on offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Back now here on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw taken in by Slayton.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
16 more on that one and another first down. Now Fields. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The offense on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
Again, Fields.
And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Aviators.
To throw is Fields.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Fields.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now a give, right side. Rhodes. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 11-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Fields.
That's complete, right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Now it's Fields. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Looking to throw on second down, Fields. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Justin Fields taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Aviators get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Now the Rio offense set to take over.
And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off play action. Bates. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
And they will take over first and 10.
Throwing to start the drive.
Fields. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Looking to throw. Fields. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Second and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
They'll look to throw again.
Throw left side, taken in by Slayton.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
To the air again, Fields.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Another try after the first down sack.
Fields.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And 3rd and 8 now.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
They snap it to Fields.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd.
In motion right is Thomas. On 3rd down, Barkley. Gets past 1 man. There he goes, right side.
Saquon Barkley.
Touchdown! Saquon Barkley. 77 yards.
And the Desperados are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Now Ryland for the PAT.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Buenos Aires offense back out now. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level. Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Back to throw. Fields. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
4th down. Fields has to have this one.
And this one is incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So a risky move that does not pay off. And Charles, you take it from the defensive perspective, they had to be a little offended there that they even tried to go for it back inside their own 20.
Highly offended. And they took the ball away and gave it to their offense in a great situation. But when you look at this thing in total, when you start taking chances like that, you know what that means? You're going to have to take more chances later, right? When you don't convert, that just means you got to double down on it. So we can see this thing pile up as we go on.
Now Saquon Barkley. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Looking to throw. Bates. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They'll run with Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Back to throw. Bates. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Hassan Reddick drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And the Buenos Aires offense back out now. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Here's Fields now on 2nd down.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Fields now to throw. That is caught.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards there on 3rd down as they pick up a 1st and 10.
First down, Aviators.
Here's Fields. And that's going to be caught downfield by Slayton.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Buenos Aires first down.
Throwing again is Fields. That ball caught by Slayton.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Pass on for the extra point.
And the lead is down to 24. A drive that time of 6 plays.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down to about the 23.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL.
As they say here in Rio, Ate Breve. We'll see you next time.